Hey guys, it's that guy with the picks. It is Monday early morning. Yesterday we gave Kansas City. They came out, jumped out to a 9-0 lead, and collapsed. Ended up winning the game somehow. Not even close to what we needed. So they got us on Sunday. Sometimes those things happen. Pushed our record of 35, 29, and 2, which is 54.7%. But in the NFL, it moved us to 19, 10, and 2, which is 65.5%. Tonight's Monday Night Football. We have the Ravens at 5 and 3, giving a 1.5. The total at 46.5, traveling to New Orleans at 3 and 5. Now, both these teams won their last game. Baltimore did it on the road in Tampa. They beat them 27-22. And the Saints won their last game in a shutout over the Raiders 24-0. Now, we do know Mark Andrews, Rashad Bateman are a no-go. Gus Edwards is not going to be playing either. So Kenyon Drake will be the starting running back. They got a big performance last week out of Isaiah Likely. He had 6 grabs for 77 yards and a touchdown. And Lamar was held to 43 yards rushing last week, which is a down week for him. But he did throw for 240 yards, where he typically only throws for a hair over 200. So I guess the yards still, They did add Roquan Smith. Roquan Smith to the defense. And their defense is middle of the pack. Since Andy Dalton's took over for the Saints, check this number out. They have averaged 33.6 points a game. Kansas City's number 1 in the NFL in points per game at 32. Since Andy Dalton took over weeks and weeks and weeks ago, they're averaging 33.6 points a game. Pretty exciting offense, right? Here's the issue with the Saints and why they are 3 and 5. They're last in the NFL in turnover margin. They're last. They turn the ball over, and the defense isn't creating any get-backs. It's hard enough to beat a team in the NFL, but it even makes it harder whenever you give the other team extra possessions. I don't care how good or how bad that team is. You give them enough extra possessions in a game, I don't care how many points you score. You're going to lose. Period. The end. And then with those turnovers, think about it. The defense just got off the field. Now they got to come back on the field. It just screws up the whole. I think they're minus 10 in turnover margin, which is ridiculous. This ain't a bad Saints team either. Their record says that they are, but they're really not. Let's see. Good news for the Saints. Last game, clean game. No turnovers. And what happened in that game? They won 24-0. That shouldn't surprise anybody. I'm not even talking about the team they played, but no turnovers and they win the game? Makes sense. I'll tell you what, Alvin Kamara's been an absolute stud. Especially, I just went back 3 games. He's got 384 total yards and 3 touchdowns in the last 3. And as much as Baltimore likes to use their tight ends, and it don't matter what tight end it is, the Saints rank number 1 in lowest yards for targets to tight ends. Saints, they have really good linebacker play. Demario Davis, the rest of the crew, athletes, quick, get to the quarterback. That should should slow down Lamar, unless he has two S's on his chest tomorrow night or tonight. Should slow him down a little bit. And let's not forget about the old jackknife on the New Orleans Saints and Taysom Hill. This guy can show up out of anywhere at any given moment and just cause havoc on the defense. He definitely keeps them way off balance. There's no doubt about that. Dalton, excellent connection with the rookie Chris Olave. The Ravens, they're 2-5 against the spread in their last 7 Monday Night Football games, and they're 1-3-1 against the spread in their last 5 overall. The Saints are 4-1 in their last 5 Week 9 games. What I see here is I see an injured Baltimore team trying to make pieces fit in a puzzle. I just think they have too many empty spots in that puzzle and they don't have the right pieces to plug in. I mean, they're without their... Coming into the year, he was the number 1 tight end coming into the year. Listen, that's fantasy football stats. Listen, I drafted Kelsey. Trust me, I know. Mark Andrews has put up huge numbers some weeks. I'm talking huge numbers. I mean, the guy's one of the 2 best tight ends in football, and he is utilized like a guy that is surrounded by the offense, the same as Kelsey. Losing him is a big deal. Rashad Bateman stretches the field. I mean, Gus Edwards, you know what you're getting out of Gus Edwards. Even though J.K. Dobbins, we're not even on the... Gus Edwards is going to give you 5... he's going to give you 5 yards a clip damn near whenever he gets the ball. You have none of those pieces. None. And I can't see Likely... Listen to this. I can't see Likely having half the game that he had last week. New Orleans just attaches the tight ends. They try to beat you front seven in, checking you off the line. This is a good defense. It's a good defense. The talent is just too big of a hit, in my opinion. Lamar, unreal. I'll give Lamar his flowers every single game because he deserves them. Lamar can only do so much, and we all know that. And what happens when players try to do too much? Things start happening, and 8 out of 10 times, they're not the positive things that start happening. They're negative things because they're trying to get the extra 2 or 3 yards for that first down. Or they're trying to throw a little tighter pass in there to get that reception, and what happens? We know the song and dance. He can only do so much. New Orleans, one of the hardest stadiums to play in football. One of the hardest stadiums to play in. I just see New Orleans outscoring the Ravens. I think Chris Olave will be the piece that beats them tonight. I really do. I'm expecting somewhere 10 to 12 targets. This is not a player prop because I am not putting out no other player props. But I see him getting somewhere between 10 and 12 targets and 7 and 8 receptions in the game for whatever yards and however many touchdowns. I look for the Saints to get a good home win and back-to-back wins, and them starting to turn the corner on a lot of different things in this game. The turnovers being one of them, back-to-back wins being another. I think we're getting a gift tonight, guys. We're getting a home team, I believe, in 1,000 better % shape than the away team. We have a better offense. We can flip the coin on defense. Flip it. I'm taking all those. I'm taking all of them. The pick is obviously take the Saints plus 1.5 points. All right, guys. I see you. We got a couple more thumbs up yesterday. Unfortunately, we didn't get the win, but we did get the thumbs up. We will come back tonight. We will get the win tonight. I just need you guys to continue with that trend on thumbs up higher. We need to get some more subscriptions somehow. You guys continue to what you do. Throw some comments in there. I want to hear from you guys too. All these views that I see and no faces and no comments. Come on, throw something out there. Let me see what you're talking about. Guys, just continue to do what you're going to do, and I'm going to continue to do what I'm going to do. And you already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get back to getting this cash.